Hello, y'all. I'm your host, the CPB23, and I'm here with one of the most controversial shows in boxing today, and the most controversial on YouTube, period. This is the Stepping Back, Check Left Hook, Make You Eat the Ring Post Boxing Show. This is the Danny Green, Roy Jones post fight thoughts, and today I'm gonna do this more laid back. I'm not gonna be the funny guy today. I'm not gonna be the comedian that comes on and makes all this noise and acts a fool on YouTube. This one right here, this video right here is it's a time for healing for boxing fans altogether. Because it's sad to see it let. No, I'm bullshitting you guys, man. That fight was some bullshit, dog. I'm gonna keep it real. It looked like Roy Jones got paid to flop. Okay, that punch was so damn suspect. It looked like it grazed the back of his head, hit a little bit of his shoulder, and Roy did some cartwheel or whatever. It was a bunch of bullshit. Okay, and if I wanted to see bullshit, I would have went to a farm and watched some bulls, all day long and watch them take shits. Okay, let's keep it real. That fight was bogus. Okay, to me. Now, if you guys disagree, please leave comments and tell me. And don't call me a black ugly Negro. Don't call me an African. Let's just make this debate. Let's keep this one clean, okay? You can, use profanity. I don't give a shit, but let's not say go back to Africa over something stupid like this. Now, you guys can do that when I throw my Pacquiao hating vids and stuff like that. Then we can do that. But that being said, Roy Jones, to me, the second greatest fighter to ever lace up a pair of gloves. Roy Jones definitely second king on the throne. He's brought a lot of athleticism. He changed the game of boxing. He showed you that you can be a fool in the ring and act a fool to the 10th power. You can stomp in the ring, shake your ass, do all that, throw a jab, talk to some people in the crowd. He showed you can do that and still win fights. Roy Jones puts on a show. He's a showman. And he whoop your ass on top of that. So, Roy Jones is a legend times 10. Okay? Any way you look at it. I mean, anytime you can come up from super middleweight all the way to heavyweight and win a title, you're the man. Okay? Now, some can argue. I know I argue. And say Floyd is the greatest. But Roy is the second greatest, but let's be real. Roy's skills, his reflexes, his hand and eye coordination has diminished over the years. Since 2003, I would say something around there, for that matter. It is dropped off tremendously. I remember he can keep his hands down. Throw a minimum amount of jabs in a fight, live off combinations and head movement, footwork, and just elusiveness. He can live off that. But when he turned 32, that's when all that went away. He didn't look the same, especially after coming up to heavyweight, fighting John Ruiz, coming down to fight Tarver. He wasn't the same elusive fighter anymore. He beat Tarver that first fight. Don't get me wrong. He beat Tarver. But in the second and third fight, and in a fight with Glenn Johnson, he was totally a different fighter after that. So at 40 years old, he came from, remember, over his career, he's came up all these weight divisions. He went from super middleweight to heavyweight, down to light heavyweight, then came up to cruiserweight. So that's a lot of jumping and bouncing around. It takes its toll. Okay, now if this is an official fight and this really happened, which I think was bogus as a motherfucker, fake as a $3 bill, but if this really happened, this is a real fight, legit, Danny Green really knocked him out, or whatever you want to call that, because it looked like the Olympic Games of gymnastics to me, but maybe not. Then Danny Green, much props, you be a legend. I give you more credit than I would give a Kawasaki fake ass. Kawasaki is a faggot, okay? But No disrespect, Danny Green. If this was official, hey, credit goes to you. But like I said, Roy Jones is, to me, and a lot of people, and, you know, since a couple of people can make an argument saying Roy is the best of all time, but me, he's the second. Roy's done a lot. I mean, he changed the game. He's a beast. Anytime you got kids out there my age and younger saying, hey, I royed your ass, did that Roy Jones move on you? I mean, he's an icon. So Roy, if you decide to stay out of the game, I'm definitely behind you. I'm still a fan, no matter what. If you decide to box again, I'm still a fan. I don't think you should, but you know, that's on your decision. That's on your own recognizance. But hey, so Danny Green fans, hey, Australians out there, hey, you guys got yourselves a decent fighter. He's a pretty good fighter, but I don't think he would have beat Roy 8 years ago. I think he would have beat the dog shit out of Danny Green. But let's not make an excuse that Roy, just a couple of you guys are probably out there making excuses, the Roy fans, saying Roy Jones was too old and he was done. Remember, he just got off of he whooped Jeff Lacy like he stole something out of his backyard. Roy Jones was still good. He whooped on Jeff Lacy's ass, okay? He kicked Omar Shaker's ass. That was a Rodney King ass whooping he gave Omar Shaker. So therefore, hey, Roy Jones wasn't done. And that's the only reason why I think that fight was kind of a fixed, bogus fight, because he looked too good in the other fights and he looked too sleep or whatever it was in this one. I think that it was something fishy about that fight. I smelled fish, and you know, it wasn't no ocean or nothing around, but I did smell fish. Very fishy. But with that being said, this is the most controversial channel on YouTube today. I am your host, the CPB23, signing off with that stepping back, check left hook, make you eat the ring post boxing show, and Ricky Hatton, please, the next time you want to eat the ring post, remember, put some hot sauce in that motherfucker.